Okay, we're going to do our numeracy game based on the book that we've been using for our story set called Dougal's Deep Sea Diary. But whatever theme you choose for your story set, you should use that. So for instance, if you're doing bear hunt, you might want to use a bear theme. If you're doing hungry caterpillar, a caterpillar or fruit theme, or maybe even a butterfly theme. So pick whatever theme that you're using for your sack and incorporate that into your numeracy game. Okay, so today we're going to do our numeracy game. So I've got 3 different options for you. The first one is just a template that you can print out from the presentation. The second one, here I've put a background onto the template and I'll show you how to do that on your computer. And the third one is just a plain bit of paper, and I'll show you how you can put a template of your own on there, because I know that not everyone has a printer. So we will start with this one and that's what we'll get on with. So basically, to create this background to our game, I imported a picture onto my Word document and then I took the transparency down. You can also do this by importing a watermark or importing a picture as a watermark. And then I photocopied the game on top of this picture. I put this picture back through the printer as a bit of paper and photocopied the game back onto it. So it looks pretty good and it's pretty quick to do as well if you're short for time for colouring and things like that. And it just adds a little bit of interest to just a plain game. Option 2 is to use a blank game board, print it out on plain paper and use that to create your game. Okay, so you might not have a printer at home to print out the template. So instead, what you can do is make your own little template to draw around and then just draw on a bit of plain paper or card your board. And that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so now that you've seen all the different options, we are now going to fill in our game board. So what we need to do here is we need to put instructions in all these boxes. So it might be move forward 2 spaces, collect 3 fish, lose 2 fish. So the children, as they are playing, they're reading the dice. If they can't read the instructions, that's fine. You can read them out to them. But then they have to do the actual counting. So if they gain 3 fish, they have to count out 3 fish. If they lose 2 fish, they have to count out 2. And then there's a sort of counting process that goes on as they're going through. They can see how many fish they've got and then obviously count them all at the end. So this is really ideal for sort of late nursery, early reception age. If you want to make it harder and you've got an older child, obviously you would put different things in the different boxes. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, so here's our finished board. Couple of things to note. When I've put down collect 3 fish, I've actually put down the numerics 3 rather than the words. It's just easier for children of that age to read the numbers rather than the words at this age. But obviously if you've got a more advanced child or an older child, you might want to put the words in. Also I put that they collect quite a lot of fish at the start before they start to lose them. This is so that they always have some fish to give back to the pile. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to laminate it now. If you don't have a laminator, you might want to print it out on card just to make it more durable. And we will also be making some counters for this later on. but I'll show you the other two versions of the board first. Okay, so now we've got our 3 game boards, the one that we made completely from scratch, the one that we used the template for, and the one that we did the watermark for as well. So these two still look, a little bit dull. So what I'm going to do is draw some fish on them and colour them in. I'm going to do that now, and then we can get onto the counters. I'm going to make my counters out of these pictures that I've got from the internet. What I'm going to do is just laminate them and cut them out. And then the fish that the children have to collect, I'm going to do the same too as well. So just laminate them all, cut them out. If you don't have a printer, you can very easily draw these or use some counters that you have at home anyway. Right, I'll get on with this. So here's your finished counters, and there's the fish as well. So all you need is a dice and the games are ready to play.